Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that what I tend to say a lot about is, you know, no excuses, and get the work done and show up every day and work hard. And you know, I'm that guy, but I can relate to something I heard recently that made me think of this, and it was Andy Frisella, and I like that he brought up, you know, rewarding yourself periodically to teach your brain that you do get reward for the work. Because if you keep working without a reward, you know, a real reward, one that makes sense for the amount of work that you've really put in, you know, if you've just gotten finished achieving a goal that's taken you a long time to achieve, you know, you've got to stop on that moment. You've got to stop right there. And because I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but for me, when I hit a goal, I tend to like have a quick moment, and I used to anyway. I'm getting better, but what I would do before is I would hit the goal and I would just have this brief moment where I'm like, holy shit, I did it kind of thing. And then I just like set a new goal pretty quick and get working again. And that's really awesome sounding to say that, because you sound really motivated and you sound like a really hard worker when you say shit like that. And I really did it too. I mean, that's really how I lived. And it didn't make me happy. And you know, the purpose of a business is to fund your life. The purpose of a job is to fund your life. So yeah, have really big goals and keep making them bigger, because you're either growing a little bit or you're getting a little worse. You're never really staying the same. So definitely always grow, but when you get to those milestones, the places that you had on your vision board, it's important to celebrate enough and reward your mind, because you're teaching yourself that when you hit a goal, there's a reward. And if you're consistent with yourself, I mean, that's how you would probably treat your children. You know, if you told your children, hey, I want you to get straight A's, and then Johnny brings home straight A's, you know that kid's expecting something, and rightfully so. And it's easy to do it for other people. For yourself, it's not always as intuitive. But if you bring home the equivalent of straight A's for yourself, you ought to treat yourself like you treat your kid if they did it. And yeah, maybe that means taking yourself to Disney World. That's not ridiculous. It's not. Whatever your goal was, if it gave you enough coin to take yourself to Disney World, take yourself to Disney World. One of my first rewards that I gave myself was cleverly disguised as a reward. Really, it was something that enabled me to work more in a way too, is a meal service. I got a meal service, and I've used meal services for years, and they save a lot of time, and actually they save a lot of money. If you know, I used a lot of them. I've used Trifecta, I've used MegaFit, I'm using, what am I using right now? Icon. They're pretty good. You get sick of them, you switch them through them. Some are better than others. I've used a couple local ones that are pretty decent. The local ones, they come fresh, which sounds really good, but you gotta understand, if you order a meal service with fresh meals, if you don't use them, you lose them, because they go bad, and they go bad faster. The national ones, the big box ones, come frozen, and they come in dry ice, so you don't have to be home for the delivery, you don't have to pick it up, and you know, you don't lose the meals if you don't use them all, and that's nice too, because they're expensive. And they are expensive, but eating, it can be expensive. And you know, minutes in the day, that's real expensive too. You only get so many of those. And I think that if you're working and you have goals of staying fit, investing in yourself and getting yourself a meal service so that you can just ding, put the meal in the microwave, takes a minute, 2 minutes, you get a much longer lunch break, you get more time to yourself, and your macros are perfect. So I recommend looking into one. If you guys want me to do a video on some meal services, you guys want more information on that, I'll do that.